Are you looking for a PC that can do it all for under the price of a brand new console? Well, you came to the right video, because today we're going to be doing a $400 PC build that checks all of the boxes when it comes to PC gaming. As you guys can see by the numbers on the screen, this PC is capable of getting 300 FPS plus in certain titles. Now, it is not a 4K gaming monster like consoles, but people at this price range probably aren't running a 4K monitor. Without wasting any more time, let's get into the specs of this PC. Now, the CPU we picked up for this build is the i3-10105F. This is a great budget CPU, coming in at $70. This was a steal off a marketplace. It came with the cooler, and we are going to be using that in the build today. The motherboard that we ended up going with is the Asus TUF B460M Intel motherboard. This is a great motherboard for the price. We got it for $60 shipped off of eBay. Now, this is refurbished, so it could have some scratches or whatnot on it, and it does not come with an IO shield, but for the price, it has built-in RGB, and it is very nice looking in my personal opinion. And you know what? We're not going to be doing any overclocking because this is not in an unlocked chip anyways, but if we ever do want to upgrade to say a 10600K or something of that nature, this is a great board for that. So for the RAM, we did end up going with an RGB kit. I really wanted to get an RGB kit because obviously RGB gives you 250 FPS minimum, right? Anyways, the Oloy kit is the cheapest kit that I could find on Amazon that did have RGB. Now, sadly, the speed is only 2666, which I'm pretty sure this motherboard can support up to 2966 if I'm not mistaken, but this will do fine enough. It is CL19, so very slow memory, but honestly, the memory does not affect Intel chips as much as it does on the AMD side. For the SSD, we did end up going with an NVMe 512GB SSD. Now, this should have enough storage to play most of your games. I have Call of Duty, Overwatch, Rainbow Six Siege, Fortnite, Valorant, and I think one more game, maybe at CSGO, and I still have about 100 gigabytes remaining on the SSD. And this is a very fast SSD for the price. I can remember back in the day whenever I started building my first PC, which I think was in 2017, I believe, and SSDs, even NVMe SSDs, were super expensive compared to what they are now. Like $30 for a 512GB is almost unheard of, especially back in the day. Now that we got everything on the motherboard out of the way, let's get into the case and the power supply. So for the power supply, we did end up going with kind of a cheap power supply. I originally wanted to go with a Thermaltake 500 watt. Now this was about like $35, but due to like video constraints, like it would have taken at least 2 weeks for me to get that power supply. I ended up going with a Aries Game AGV 500 watt power supply. It is gold rated, but I did read online that they kind of like lie about their ratings. Like apparently their gold rated actually performs as a bronze rating, so I don't exactly know how well this bronze performs, but I'm just gonna say that I looked at the reviews and it had 4.7 stars, and a couple other channels do use this power supply, so I'm not too worried about it. It's a cheap option, and the cables are all black, which I appreciated. Now, for the case, we did end up going with the Coolermaster Master Box. Now, this is on sale right now for $42 on Amazon.com. This is a great deal. This case was around $40 before the pandemic, but since the pandemic has caused PC cases to obviously go up in price a lot, these have been going for like $60, $70, which to me isn't worth it. But when I saw that this was on $42 on Amazon, I had to pick it up because this is a case that so many people use whenever I first started building PCs, and I've always wanted to build one in this case. Last but certainly not least, we do have the GTX 1070. Now, I bought this off of a friend for $100 used, and that is what she was going to sell it for originally, so I'm not gonna like beat myself up about getting such a good deal. I mean, these go for like 120 on eBay anyways. You could easily find one on your local market for around $100, and if not, there are 1660s that you can buy on the local market as well for around the same price, and they should perform about the same, other than it has 6 gigabytes of VRAM versus the 1070's 8. Alright, so that is the entire gaming PC build. Let's see what it looks like all put together, and then let's hop into the benchmarks of this PC build.
They quit. All right, that was Apex Legends.
160 frame average, crazy.
I was wondering where that dude was.
Enemies taking Charlie. The enemy controls. Securing objective Bravo. The enemy has captured the objective. We control Bravo. Objective Bravo is compromised. Take it back. I'm reloading. We're taking Alpha.
Target marked.
Enemy
Request
taking
fire.
Alpha.
Solid copy. Barrel 6. Lost.
Objective Alpha secure. Securing Alpha. The enemy.
So yeah, it was a pretty good game, 21-14. Hey, I still got it. Where you going? Take it back. And here goes Diva. Bang. Corner? Alright guys, that about wraps up this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like and leave a comment down below. Tell me exactly what you like and what you want to see next. I reply to all my comments except for the hurtful ones or the harassment ones. I obviously do not respond to those because I don't want to give in to that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.